My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog.
Why would you say she clipped her leg if you knew you pushed a button?
She moved like an inch.
This is the one that people are talking about.
It's easy to hate on a lot of streamers out there. From people like Johnny Somali, who make it their mission in life to be as obnoxious as possible wherever they go.
Let's go, Korea! Korea #1!
Or Tofiachu, a woman who tried to monetize her brother's death, asking for $500,000 also she could bury his already cremated ashes and, you know, buy a house.
That money needs to go to get my brother buried, and the rest of it was supposed to help us get a place. I shouldn't have to work.
But then, there are people who are able to make all of that look like child's play. Because then, there's Hassan Piker.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
You know the story already. On October 7th, 2025, the political slop streamer Hassan Piker let his mask slip because when his dog Kaya dared to step off her bed to stretch, walk around, or even get some water, within just 2 seconds he yelled at her, grabbed the controller for her shock collar, as she was already walking back on the bed by the way, and electrocuted her. Then yelled at her for barking in the pain that he caused.
It's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
And then, the moment that people realized what Hassan had just done and started talking about it in both his chat and on X and Reddit, Hassan straight up denied it, saying that his dog just clipped her paw getting off the bed, even though at no point on camera did that happen, or did he check on his dog, because he knew exactly why she yelped in pain, because he was the cause of it.
Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella people coming in here and screeching? Yes, I am incredibly abusive. It's from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
Hassan is no stranger to controversy, but this one was different. It wasn't some clip that he can just scream was taken out of context and then call the person pointing out his disgusting behavior gross as a deflection. Both sides of the political aisle might have opposing views on a lot of things, but if there's one thing both of them can agree with, it's that animal abuse is not okay. But again, you already knew that. Everyone's been talking about this the past few days, but I wanted to put it all together in an easy to follow timeline so we can understand just what kind of people are willing to support this. Ethan Klein, the ex-co-host of one of Hassan's old shows called Leftovers and now mortal nemesis, would be one of the first people to go public about this. On both his Instagram and TikTok. Horrifying animal cruelty caught on camera by Hassan as he activates her shock collar for one tiny step off her bed. She cries in pain, poor baby. I always thought it was extremely bizarre that his young, energetic puppy never took a step off her bed. That has to be the result of some brutally strict training. On the TikTok in particular, Ethan showed off a video of Hassan admitting to owning a shock collar, and another video of Hassan almost saying that Kaya was wearing a shock collar before catching himself, making the claim that Kaya just has a lot of neck meat, and that's why he keeps her collar on so tight to the point it's choking her. When I think any not just pet owner, but reasonable person would think that means the collar should be, I don't know, looser?
And there are few things that horrify me more than people that abuse their animals. These are precious creatures that need us, depend on us. And abusing that trust is such a horrible crime. A clip of Hassan Piker is going viral right now of him shocking his dog Kaya for taking one step off of her mat. I always found it bizarre how Kaya, who's this young, energetic puppy, stayed in 1 square foot of Hassan's room, right in sight of camera, almost like just a prop in his room. Well, now we know why. He's using extreme austerity measures to shock and abuse his animal and then blaming her, getting mad at her for him hurting her.
I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we can.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, It's she has a lot of neck meat.
As I'm sure Hasan will try to deny using a shock collar, here's a clip of him admitting he owns one.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar. I have it still. I bought it.
But thankfully for Hasan, he wasn't alone in this and had people like Anisa Johma, a real piece of work by the way, come out to defend him. I'm a big dog advocate. Love training dogs with positive reinforcement, as you can tell with Merlin and Fiona on Ian's streams. I've met Kaya. I saw Kaya while Hasan was streaming. She never had a shock collar on. She was good at her place command, but that's very easily accomplished with positive reinforcement. I would be very, very surprised if this was actually Kaya reacting to a shock collar. Just because Ethan's a horrible dog owner and can't train his dogs worth a shit doesn't mean other people are using shock collars. What a pathetic shit stain of a human being to immediately handwave any animal abuse and instead try to turn it on my 4 loved dogs. Anisa will erase this tweet after more evidence of Hasan's animal abuse comes to light. Well, the next day, on October 8th, and Hasan would do his regular dead air stream and spoke on the situation, now claiming that Kaya's wearing a vibration collar because when he lets her walk around the woods, he needs a way to communicate with her. I don't know about you, but that one doesn't really work with me. Are we really supposed to believe she's going to get lost laying on that bed for 8 hours a day in his room?
I'm going to address the collar thing in a second as well. But I have multiple collars for Kaya, and I put an air tag on them. I put an air tag on all of her collars to make sure that, you know, I know where she's at. And one of the collars that people are pointing to in the from previous days or from like months ago is the collar that is a vibration collar. A collar that I use specifically to communicate with Kaya when she's free roaming at the park or when she is, you know, off leash running around. Okay? Because when you leave your dog to free roam, to go out on the trail or whatever, there are going to be instances where you can yell for her to come back to do recall, but because she's so far away that she can't hear you. Okay? That's where the vibration collar comes in. It vibrates. It doesn't actually have any sort of like shocking component. Okay? And there are multiple different versions of this. There are the no bark collars that I believe both vibrate and also emit like a large sound, like a loud sound. There are shock collars as well. They all look very similar to one another. Okay?
Before we get to the next clip, I just want to show this. Kaya is not even allowed to sit up. He forces that dog to lay down the entire time. But according to Hasan, she's spoiled.
That so that you see that it is
down.
Just completely.
He doesn't even let her sit up. She's on in the approved area. But that's not enough. He needs total fucking obedience. She's not allowed to sit. She has to sit down. Lay down.
Getting back to the video, and his excuse this time was they're using clips from 10 years ago.
Yeah, the clips that they're using are from like 10 years ago.
Hasan would then lie, claiming he doesn't know why Kaya yelped at all, when he seemed really confident in his answer earlier as to why.
In any case, I don't know the exact reason as to why she yelped. She has done so in the past as well. I suspected it was because she like either tripped or she got her dew claw, like the higher thumb looking claw clipped on the side. But I suspected that is the reason. I don't know. But I know that there's a lot of people that immediately were like, oh, this is what's going on. I see exactly what happened. He fucking is like secretly fucking like pressing a button that he has on his desk or something like that. I have multiple collars. I'm going to address the collar thing in a second as well. But I have multiple collars for Kaya.
Hasan also addressed why Kaya's collar was on so tight, because again, she had a lot of neck meat.
No, the reason why her collar is tight is because she just has a lot of neck meat. That's it. That's the only reason. There's no other reason why she has a tight collar.
I know we mentioned this one earlier, but does that make any sense to you? Hasan keeps that collar tight because she has a big neck. Even if you didn't think he was using a shock collar, he's 100% doing the bare minimum to give that dog a comfortable daily life. Oh, and the worst part was, Hasan only checked on Kaya after the stream was over. Hasan thought that giving the same viewpoints he gives every single day was more important than checking on his dog who had screamed in pain. That would mean he checked on Kaya 4 hours and 50 minutes after she barked out in pain. Is that something any reasonable pet owner would do?
I was frustrated because the internet had cut out, and I didn't immediately rush to her. I went to her afterwards to see if she was all right, but she was, of course. And that's it. And I do take accountability for that. It's fucked up. I should have immediately went over when I saw her yelping. And that's it. But the idea that I'm a abusive dog parent is completely fucking ridiculous.
Hasan then tried to do some damage control and showed off the collar as weaselly as he physically could, showing it up to the screen for maybe 30 seconds, while also trying to cover off the back of it.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Did you see it? I don't blame you if you didn't, but some internet super sleuths out there certainly did. The streamer, Lonerbox, was able to identify the collar as a shock collar called the Educator, showing how every single feature lined up to the shock collar and believed that the serial number was covered in black tape.
Closely match the ET300 Mini Educator, half-mile remote e-collar, which does have shock prongs. It seems to match in shape, in the positioning of the charging port, in the texture of the plastic, unlike this one with the much more curvy light than the one Hasan has. This one, which is vibrate only, also has its charging point on the side. The one Hasan has the charging point in the middle, much like the shocking version, where the prongs that could deliver the shock are simply removable. You can just remove them. Or apparently, maybe, plausibly, ostensibly, cover them with black tape. That seems to be where we are now. Okay.
But then, we would get to see an even better look of this. Say what you want about the old Call of Duty commentator, Hutch.
I yelled at Hutch the other day.
Really? That's interesting to me.
Do you disagree on Call of Duty?
No, he's just a retard.
But Hutch was able to prove that Hasan had used electrical tape on the back of the shock collar by upping the brightness while also going through the Lonerbox expose.
This is where I'm starting to get a little, wait, what's going on here? Because you can see a sort of chrome, is that the word for it? Or silvery? I don't know. Like a silvery kind of thing right here. But then there's this like what the fuck is this? It might be hard for you guys to see because of the compression. So there's actually and then you can see right here. Can you guys see that? What the fuck is going on here? Is that fucking electrical tape? Can you guys see it? The fuck is that? You see this little thing down here, right? And then you go to the is that fucking electrical tape? There's a kind of thing there's some kind of section of the device on the back, right? And you can see this little silvery kind of metallic kind of material right here, right? Kind of peeking out. But then you have this, it just ends. And then you have this thing here, and it looks like there's creases, right here on whatever this is. Is that fucking electrical tape? They only make one model that is vibration only, the PG300. Look at their website and filter by vibration only. Notice the extra padding cover on the bottom for Hassan's model. The vibration only model shown right does not have the extra black chunk on the bottom. It is flush. Compare the two. That's why I was saying that Hassan's looks like girthier. Also, I might be going a little crazy here, but is there electrical tape on there too? Oh my fucking God. I mean, look, man, I feel like I have really tried to be fair. Like, you know, I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. He's purposefully covering the serial number. I mean, like, let's just be honest with ourselves for 5 fucking seconds. Does it not look like when he's showing it off, he's kind of does the whole thing not like, if I'm showing you a brand, right? Like if I'm clearing my name, in his own words, he says, I think he said at some point, this is the worst thing that I've ever like faced, like PR crisis. I don't think I'm making that up. Pretty sure during this thing, he said like, yeah, this is the worst thing I faced. If that's the case, like if in his mind, he feels like he is genuinely facing like the biggest PR crisis of his streaming career, then if I'm showing you a product, I'm going to be like, yo, here's the fucking product. That's the model number. You know, like I'm going to be doing that, right? Like here's the serial number, you know, here's the Amazon receipt or whatever. You know, here's what it looks like. I'm going to be showing you like in detail what's going on. Because the whole point of that is like, okay, I'm clearing my name in the worst PR crisis of my career. This would just be open and shut. Like, this is the model. Boom. That's the end of the conversation. But he doesn't really do that, does he? He just kind of, he's kind of, you know, look what he's doing, you guys. I am so conspiracy pilled on this one, you guys. He, you know, pulls it under frame and then pulls it back into frame, and now his hand's like totally covering it.
Air tag.
And then
there's the fucking
pulls it out of frame again, switches it to his other
vibrator
hand, and then shows it. Barely shows it, and his like whole hand is covering the fucking thing.
This was then followed up with a rather large community post. Okay, we did a deep dive into shock Collargate, and a lot of Hassan's response from today is quite frankly nonsensical. And the tape on the bottom of the unit is really damning. But I think the most damning part of this whole response is the fact there really is no answer that makes any logical sense to either of these two questions. 1. When Hassan was live yesterday and he saw the comments pouring in about the viral tweets and accusations, why would he not get up immediately, take the collar off, and show to the camera very clearly? Seriously, why not do that immediately? Case closed. Narrative utterly terminated. Haters silenced, etc., etc. 2. Okay, fine, let's be charitable and say that he didn't anticipate this story blowing up. That's plausible, I guess. The second question would be, why would he not show the collar today very clearly in 8K to unambiguously display the model / serial number / physical design? He said during today's stream that this was the worst PR crisis he's faced, and the whole crisis ends if he can establish that the collar he has does not have shock capability. As he claimed. That's it. Story's over. Here it is. Here's a close-up. This is the brand and model number. This is what it looks like. The whole pickle he's in hinges on the possibility that the doggo wears a shock collar. Address that definitively and you're in the clear. Instead, he awkwardly showed stream a unit that straight up does not look at all like the vibrate-only model. The internet will figure this stuff out pretty quickly, and it didn't take long before people identified this particular brand. And we get this bizarre situation of him clumsily fumbling with it, pulling it down off camera to switch hands, showing it again with most of it obfuscated, pulling it down off the camera to switch hands again, and pulling it back up even more obfuscated. There really is no possible explanation for this given his own stated opinion that this is a true PR nightmare. If that's actually the case, there is nothing whatsoever to innocently explain him not making an extraordinary effort to show very clearly every single identifying feature and detail of the collar. That is very obviously the best and really only play you have if that is not a shock collar. And he just did not do that. And that just does not make any sense. Even XQC would join the fun beating on Hasan, showing just how weaselly his response was to the allegations. I've never watched XQC before, but this was pretty on point.
I have this in the background of today's stream, okay? I have this over there, right? And then chat says, yo, dude, that over there, that's illegal. I go, what? Let me look at the clip. Oh, no. Moving on, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? I'm saying, guys, I'm giving a hypothetical. You said this is illegal. Let's say this is not legal here. It's a controller, not legal here, right? And I go, oh, what is that?
This is a fling.
Shut up, bitch ass. Hold on. So then, I go offline after not showing, not explaining. Boom. I wait a whole day. I go back to the next stream and I go, guys, okay, you guys got me. I'll show it. Look, guys, you guys know what this is. You guys know what this is. You guys have seen it. Look, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. It's the thing. So you guys done with that? You guys done with that? See? Look. See? I told you guys, man. I told you guys that was... I told you guys what it was. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? That's not the way to do things. Like, come on, man.
Well, Ethan Klein would do his H3 podcast completely dedicated to everything that had happened by this point when it comes to Hasan. Let's get some highlights in, shall we?
Everybody, it's the H3 show. Coming at you with a special episode here on Wednesday. The date is October 8th, 2025. And I come with you with a special episode about my dear friend Hasan, who is now embroiled in one of the biggest creator controversies of the year, easily. Currently in like 5th place of all time on live stream fails. I saw what happened, on our subreddit first. And I saw it had 1,600 points before even an hour. And that's for our medium-sized subreddit, very, very, very active. And so I immediately knew that this was going to be something very compelling. So basically, Hasan is being accused of using a shock collar on his dog. Now, what's interesting, there's a lot of interesting things here. To me, the shock collar isn't even really... Like, you could remove the shock collar from the equation and still the majority of the criticism holds, in my opinion. That being said, there's literally no other way to explain this video.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Right as she yelps in pain, Hasan is clearly reaching for a button of some kind. Look at the mannerism. Look at the stretching
That's
here.
the why. America, Kaya, please just fuck.
What else would you be doing? In this body motion, he looks over to the side. He reaches for something, right? And right as he seems to be making some kind of pushing motion, that's animal abuse. So his initial explanation is that she scratched herself on the bed or something, or her nail got caught.
At the same exact time he
he reached for and into what can be described as a pushing motion. Like that body language is someone he's pushing something.
And just stop.
Right? So he initially tries to lie and say, oh, she must have got caught on the bed or something. Total bullshit. Just a total fucking obvious lie, right?
I agree.
Now he gets angry and she recognizes that. She fears him. And she immediately, obediently goes back on the bed. But that's not enough for Hasan. He needs to punish her.
Fucking just stop.
Why is he so angry?
Well, that's a good point. Kaya was already going back.
Yeah, no, it wasn't enough for him.
So, like, why punish? You punish for bad behavior. You don't use a shock, or you remove the dog from the situation.
Because
it was already going
we'll
back.
Get into that, but I think he's sadistic. I think he's a psychopath.
Well, the other thing I didn't like is the aggression.
I think he's exerting control on an animal. I don't think he's like a serial killer, but in the same sense that serial killers torture animals, it's an assertion of control.
Yeah.
Right. That makes them feel strong. That makes them feel like an authority, and that's why he's doing it, in my opinion. If my dog randomly yelped in pain, my instinct would be to check on them.
For sure, yeah.
What happened?
Yep.
Are you okay? The reason he doesn't do that is because he knows why she yelped. He did it.
Yeah.
And the reason he doesn't check on her is because he's angry at her, and he's not wanting to. He's angry at her. He's doing this out of anger.
That's a good point, because if my dog yelped like that, I would go over and be like, what's causing,
Are you okay?
him pain? Yeah.
But
Is there something stuck in his paw.
He exhibits no concern for his dog, none. In fact, the opposite. He not only doesn't exhibit concern, he exhibits anger at his dog expressing pain.
Okay.
So watch his immediate reaction in the aftermath of this fluke, poor animal getting injured.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go.
Why is he so angry about one paw off? He's acting like this is the greatest disappointment of his life. Like his dog. How could you do this to me, Kaya? Yeah, it's like, bro, what? And she's such a sweet, obedient dog. Like, bro. So here she yelps in pain right as he reaches, but okay, it's all a coincidence, right?
Fucking go. Just stop.
So is he concerned about why is she in pain? Dogs don't just randomly yelp out in pain. It doesn't happen. So here's his reaction.
Jesus Christ. What are you doing? You're being such a baby.
You're being a baby. What are you talking about? This is a dog. She just expressed that it's hurt. And you're calling it a baby? Dogs are babies, by the way. They have the intellect of like 5, 6, 7-year-olds. Dogs are our babies. Right? And so when it's like, I'm in pain. And he goes, stop being a baby. It's like, what is this, fucking the boot camp?
Yeah,
are we in basic training?
Get with the fucking program.
It's psychotic behavior. It is. Even if there's no shock collar involved, what he's exhibiting here is this absolutely insane level of control, anger at the most asinine, completely innocent reaction by Kaya, and a totally flippant disregard for the pain that she's exhibited. You'll notice Kaya is perfectly in frame. For Hasan, this dog is a prop. Her stepping out of frame is an affront to him and his perfect prop, this perfect story of her being this incredibly obedient dog or just this beautiful picturesque life of this perfect dog owner. She stepped out, right? And that's what's upset him. She is literally a prop in his background.
We're going to have to pause for a second. Ethan would then get one in on Hasan, pointing out how spoiled Kaya is, getting to drink water when she's not on stream.
Then his response is, I'm so angry at my dog for taking up one paw off. And you know what? She's so spoiled by my mom. She lets this dog roam around the house. That fucking... I would say it, yes. But that's what Hassan was thinking. He goes, oh, that mom, she spoils my dog. She lets her roam around. She lets her drink water when she's thirsty. You know, what a terrible dog manager my mom has been.
I'm going to give an actual warning to you watching. We are about to see a clip of Ethan covering Hasan, grabbing his old dog by the tail and dragging him across the grass. This is indefensible. And I have a funny feeling that the people that would defend Hasan for this have already commented and clicked off a long time ago. But remember, there are actually people who will defend this.
Here's 2019.
Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay. Hey. Motherfucker, come here.
Whoa!
Stay.
What?
That was pretty hard. I've never seen that clip. Listen, I don't know all the various ways to train dogs. I've never seen someone grab them by the tail like that.
No.
And the thing is, people can be like, he's kidding, saying he's going to kill her. But he says
it in a way, there's a tone to what he's saying. That dogs understand tone. You know, they may not understand what you're saying, but they understand kind of the vibe you're giving off. And it's fucking an aggressive, angry.
Well, and then also it leads into him angrily grabbing her tail.
It's so insane.
Which is, I'm pretty sure, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Hey. That was crazy.
Motherfucker, come here.
He's angry.
Stay.
So we know he's willing to act out in anger against his animal. We've seen it, the example of it right here. Pulling a dog's tail should be avoided because it's highly sensitive extension of the spine that can cause severe pain. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. I mean, I've never been tempted to pull my dog's tail, and I've never seen anybody do it.
No.
But, yeah.
Ethan would then go more into detail about the time Hassan Piker almost admitted to having the shock collar before pointing out the flashing on the collar, something that helped identify it.
As a dog lover herself, she says, notices the tightness of the collar and is so uncomfortable with it, finds herself forced to make a comment. Jennifer Welch, it is.
It's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's a
what? He was going to say, well, it's a obedience collar. It's a shock collar. But he stopped himself. What was he going to say? It's a what? What possibly was he going to say there? It's a what? I don't know.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She can't even fit one finger under the collar. Now, we know the reason is because she does have an extremely thick coat. So a shock collar would have to be on extremely tight to make the required contact with the skin to admit a shock, strong enough to make it yelp out in pain. So that's obviously the reason why it's on so tight.
It's because she has a lot of neck meat.
Sure. Hassan claims she pulled her leg. She fell down the stairs. Except when you close zoom in, you'll notice on this collar, there's flashing, which indicates to us there's electricity. There's electronics in this collar, right? So here, take a look.
In the same positive association with Israel.
Yeah. Watch.
So all this does is breed.
You see that? The white part isn't flashing. There's a large white receiver, but under it there's a small flashing light. Did you see it?
I didn't see that. I just saw the white. Can you
look under the big white circle?
Okay.
In the same positive association with Israel. So all this does is breed.
Okay.
Everybody saw it because it's subtle. The first time I didn't see it, I was like, I don't see it. There it is.
There it is.
Frame for frame, guys. That's an electronic, right? What's next, Hassan? Was it a fuck? Let me guess. It was a weather balloon refracting, a ray of sunshine through your blinds.
Could be a fitness tracker.
Could be.
Counting the steps.
Yeah. Let me tell you, not a lot of steps.
Not a lot to count.
She is not meeting her step requirements for the day.
Ethan would then talk about how Anisa immediately came to Hassan's defense. But if you've been watching my Idubbbz videos, you're well aware how she refused to stand up against both child marriage or CPS falsely getting called on the Klein family.
Of course, Anisa, the dog expert, immediately chimes in.
Shout out.
Immediately. As this story breaks, as it's developing, and it does not look good for Hassan, to anybody. Anisa is quick to throw her body on, to sacrifice herself to Hassan.
So unselfish.
She goes, and guys, in addition to being doing a porn with Mia Khalifa, being a kinesiologist, to being a, I don't know all of her tall tales. She's also a huge dog advocate.
Okay.
She loves training dogs with positive enforcement, as you can tell with Merlin and Fiona on Ian's stream. Now, guys, she's actually met Kaya one time when she was briefly at his house. I saw Kaya while Hassan was streaming. She never had a shock collar on. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I know. I don't assume people abuse their kids in front of their house guests either.
No. Do you think he takes the shock collar off when he has guests over?
Obviously. Obviously. Of course you would. She never had a shock collar. Wow. She was so good at her place command. Yeah, she's obviously extremely obedient, but that's very easily accomplished with positive reinforcement. I would be very, very surprised if this was actually Kaya reacting to a shock collar. I like that she's built in here that if it's proven to be a shock collar, I'm going to be forced to have to denounce him. And it's not looking good, but she's still finding ways to defend him. As a huge dog advocate, she is actually the president of the Dog Humane Society of America.
SPCA, LA president.
But then she pivots for no fucking reason. Just because Ethan's a horrible dog owner. What the fuck did I do? I haven't even commented at this point, I don't think. Just because Ethan's a horrible dog owner and can't train his dogs worth shit doesn't mean other people are using a shock collar. Okay, great. My dog's training has nothing to do with Hassan's. And this is like the most blatant, pathetic attempt at deflection I have ever seen.
I kind of like the fact you got shrapnel just for no reason.
Well, of course I catch shots.
I don't know. It just makes it funny.
It's deny, deflect, gaslight.
Okay.
And accuse the accusers of doing the same thing. No. It wasn't a shock collar. Yeah, actually, Ethan's a bad doggo in her. Huh? But now it's Hassan's on camera reaching for a button at the exact moment his dog yelps out in pain. And it's, yeah, but what about Ethan?
Is that a good strategy in life? If you're in a jam to just shit on Ethan?
I mean, it's working for them.
I don't know.
By the way, here's Anisa. This is the best representation for the relationship, the three-way love relationship going on here. When Idubbbz gets brain damaged, he's being lobbed with grenades and missiles and knives. Here she is. I will protect you, my king. When Hasan is on camera shocking his dog, here she is taking all the heat. I've got you, king. About the lie that was manufactured by a bad empanada that resulted in Child Protective Services coming to my house 3 days after her friend Denims made a stream making light of it. So here's Anisa making light of CPS coming and interviewing my children while defending Hasan, obviously abusing his dog. I mean, what a disgusting human being that is. What a disgusting, unprincipled, vile fucking piece of shit she is. Ew. Like, ew. My God.
Ethan would then point out just how many times Hassan's story had changed, not over the course of a week, but over 24 hours.
If you were using a vibration collar, why the fuck, in the moment that everybody's scrutinizing, that you were well aware looked bad, did you not say it's a vibration collar and immediately take it off and show the camera? Why? The optics king, Mr. Out of context. When you reach for a button, so is he admitting, by the way, in this clip, that he pushed a button to hit the vibration? Because if that's what you're saying, you fucking liar, then why didn't you say it then? Why would you say she clipped her leg if you knew you pushed a button to make her collar vibrate? You liar, bro. Total fucking lies, man. And this is what I'm talking about. This guy comes before you and he lies and lies and lies as a matter of a course of business. And this is why it's just so pathetic, man. Because if you like, listen, when you sometimes you gotta eat crow and admit when you're wrong. And a lot of bullshit happens, but that's life. When you lie like this, it's pathetic, bro. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting. He doesn't care about his audience. He's literally just a psychopathic, self-serving sadist.
Could he have had a meeting with his team and his PR rep this morning to get the story straight, come up with the best explanation?
Let's talk about that.
You didn't refute the claims until now? No, I have.
No. I have. No, you are once again lying. You were silent on social media as these posts went worldwide global. You are silent. You had nothing to say to stop this torrent of scrutiny, right? Until magically your next stream, which you began late, all of a sudden you have the perfect excuse. Why the fuck wouldn't you have said something then or on social media afterwards? You live on social media. We've even heard Ray say that when you try to spend time with her, you are obsessively on your phone when you're off screen, when you're not streaming. You are always on Twitter. You tweet 1,000 times a day. And you're telling me that the world was accusing you of abusing your dog and you had nothing to say. What a weaselly fucking liar, dude. And watch how he lies. He goes, everybody knows I have a vibration collar and that I've mentioned it all the time. Really? Show me. Let's see the clip of you talking about the vibration collar. You fucking liar. Sadist. Cruel, dude. Just imagine how this guy treats her off camera. Imagine how he treats other people in his life.
I did. Immediately.
No. Yeah, you lied, dude. And you're still lying. You didn't explain it immediately. You said she clipped her foot on the bed. But now you're saying it's a shock collar. I pushed the button then, but I didn't want to tell you guys. I was keeping it secret.
Lastly, Ethan Klein also exposed Hasan, showing that the back of the collar was 100% covered in electrical tape.
It appears to be a shock collar with the back prongs removed and covered by some electrical tape. As noted by other users, this collar is also missing the white serial number associated with the vibrate-only collars from this same brand. He waves it around on stream very quickly, right? Chatters and Redditors are being banned for questioning anything about it.
Wow.
He doesn't show how it functions, right? He doesn't show the remote or even explain that there's a remote, right? Shock collars have different remotes compared to the vibration collars of the same brand, despite the fact that they are still both using remotes, which he completely sidesteps. Here's the one he shows on screen. Charging point, right here, is in the middle, as is indicated here by the shock version, which have distinct serial codes, right?
Yeah.
This, there's no vibration version, which has the charging hall in the middle.
Wow.
So why is that?
Can't lie to the internet, man.
Hell no.
But and
Fuck no, I'm scared.
Well, I really hope that people really
wow,
accept that he's lied about this, because it really just drives home what a terrible scumbag he is. He could just say, you know what? Yes. I shouldn't be doing this. I panicked in the moment. I'm embarrassed. Whatever. But now, first of all, he lied then, and he's lying now to cover it up. And really just, I hope people can finally see what kind of person he is. We can apparently see, dude, that's tape.
Oh, he taped over the serial number? Or what did he tape over?
The back is covered in tape.
Mm-hmm. This makes him look a million times worse.
Yeah, even worse. The back is taped.
That he's trying to cover up that it's a fucking shock collar.
You can see it when the brightness is applied really good here. Because there it's dark color and dim, but that's tape. That's black tape. On top of the fact that the charging point is in the middle. Right? On fact of the top, that we've seen just recently, his guest saying that the collar is on way too tight that she can't even fit one finger under it, which would be a necessity of using a shock collar on a dog with a very thick coat. Right? That would have been smarter to just say, yes, it's the shock version, but I take the prongs off, although I didn't even know if that worked. Maybe it still shocks.
This topic would then be covered by Hasan's other arch nemesis, Asmongold, who started out showing his own reaction to how Kaya would have to lay in that spot for hours as a prop.
The dog does just pretty much sit there, huh? That's oh yeah, I guess I can move the camera up so y'all can see the dog. Yep. So you can see the dog, it's sitting there. And it's still sitting there. And it's there, and he got disconnected.
It's emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence.
Oh, you gonna get up?
It's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
And then she's still there the whole time? Is that... Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec. Sorry, I have a little bit of allergies.
Excuse me. Okay, I'm good. So she been there for 4 hours. I mean, is it normal for a dog to just sit around for 4 hours doing nothing? I mean, because I do that, but like I'm not a dog. So 4 hours, 21 seconds. Okay, there it is. No, I guess not.
Asmongold also pointed out the hypocrisy of Hasan. Hasan is always willing to go straight for the most bad faith arguments when it comes to other people he wants to go after. while simultaneously calling everything that someone says about him out of context.
Hasan has, I think, repeatedly given people the most bad faith interpretation of what's happened in like multiple times. And I think Tectone is probably a really good example of this, where he's, calling him rape tone, stuff like this, right? And in doing so, I think that you create an environment where people are now used to and okay with doing the exact same thing back to you, right?
But then, in this saga, we got the biggest uproar that could have happened. A YouTuber that's almost never involved in this sort of thing gave his take. Because Moist Critical, who uploaded a video called Crazy Day on Twitch, gave his take on the situation, starting out with what everyone else is thinking. Why would he yell at Kaya for doing absolutely nothing?
Now, for the life of me, I cannot understand what he's even upset about in the first place, that he starts, scolding the dog for. She moved, an inch, slightly off of that. It's like in a video game, like in Metal Gear Solid, when someone gets a fucking question mark over their head, they're zipping to you immediately. She doesn't do anything really other than move slightly. And he is noticeably upset. He is upset about that specifically. Even before this incident, earlier in the stream, he had already, gotten annoyed at her for moving around prior to this.
Charlie would then get to the main point. Hasan and his defenders just deflect, call people crazy for questioning what we saw with our own eyes, and how Hasan could have taken 5 steps, take the collar off, and show everybody he was not shocking his dog.
In that clip, it seems like he reaches for something. He looks off screen and he extends his arm to something, and then shortly thereafter, the dog yelps in pain, and Hasan turns around and calls her a baby, and then tries to reassure the chat that she is spoiled, and then goes on to say that she's spoiled because his mother lets her, have free roam around the house. Now, he and the community are claiming that he didn't use a shock collar or anything, didn't, zap her, fucking Palpatine lightning blast her or anything like that. She got her dew claw stuck on that spot, and that's what made her yelp in pain. And instead of doing what I think most people, not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of showing, no, look, it's not a shock collar, obviously I didn't shock my dog, he instead just brushes it off saying, nope, it's not a shock collar, you're stupid for thinking that it is. And that's the attitude that his community had as well, oh, you must have psychosis if you think it's a shock collar. Which I think is a little odd, because it's the easiest thing in the world to prove, right? You have all these people saying this shit, it's not true. Well, it takes actually 3 seconds just to unclip that collar and just show hey guys, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here. This is not a shock collar. Look, here's what it is, and then explain it. I feel even a non-streamer, a complete normie, average Joe Schmo, if you went to their house and saw that happen, or hey, did you just shock that dog? They'd be oh my god, no, this is clearly a misunderstanding. No, that's not what happened. I feel most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. It is very peculiar. Why wouldn't you in the moment? That's such a natural thing to do, especially for what's easily a slam dunk. You have all these people attacking you, you could easily just come out and fucking slam jam thank you ma'am on them by just being nope, it's not a shock collar, look, here you go. The proof is in the pudding, behold. It'd be so quick, so simple, and it would be irrefutable. But that didn't happen yesterday. Instead, it was kind of brushed off as you've got to be fucking stupid to think that, Hasan would shock his dog on stream, and he just kind of propped it up as the only people that would believe this are bad people in the first place, or grifters, this kind of thing. And I just find that to just be so disingenuous, because most people are going to see this, and it looks like you shock your dog. Given how annoyed you are with the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something off screen, you clearly are you are reaching off screen, that is very clear, and then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed, and then instead of doing what I feel most dog owners would do, would check to see is everything alright, why'd she just yelp in pain, instead of doing that, calling her a baby, and then mentioning how spoiled she is about roaming the house, that doesn't compute. If this was her dew claw getting stuck there and then yelping in pain, you would have no idea why she's yelping. Why is your first instinct to call her a baby and then mention how spoiled she is about, your mom letting her roam the house? The response to it just doesn't really seem to make sense if what happened is her dew claw getting stuck there. I just don't see why he would respond that way, like so like aggressive about it. It just doesn't really make sense.
Charlie would then go for the kill shot, pointing out the smoking gun we've all seen a few times by now, the tape covering the back of the collar, and how he believes Hasan did shock his dog.
People are always going to wonder, well, did he just switch it out? And something else that spawned from this is, it looks like there's tape on it. So when you watch it and you like pay attention to the actual unit, it looks like there is just some black tape on it. And a bunch of people online started to try and find out what brand this is, because I don't know if I missed it and everyone else missed it, but I don't think he mentioned what model this is, like what brand or what model, anything like that. So people don't know what it is, they're just going to have to like take his word for it that this is a vibrate-only unit, and since there's no visible prongs, you're led to believe that it can't shock or anything. However, there are shock collars that have detachable prongs. In fact, the shock collars we use on Skill Check channel when we play Magic the Gathering and make a misplay and we shock ourselves, you can take the prongs off of those. I think that's a pretty standard feature in a lot of shock collars, I think. So, like, you can just take the prongs off. And when you increase the brightness here, it does seem like there's definitely tape. I've seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model called the Educator ET400, which seems to match it visually 1-to-1 in all aspects except for the bottom side there, where on the ET400 there are 2 prongs there, but you can take those prongs off from what I can tell, at least online, and in the Hasan clip, there's a bunch of tape there, which potentially would be there to cover up the holes. I don't really know what else there would be tape there for. I don't really get that. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But of course, I have no way of knowing 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that Hasan shocked Kaya on that stream or anything like that. But based on the old eyeball test, the old smell test, what you can literally see, he is annoyed with Kaya. He expressed it a couple of times, scolded her. He rolls his eyes. He does reach for something off screen. And as he is reaching, it seems like when he finally gets to something, she yelps in pain. And then there's no real, like, concern from him, and instead talks about why she's, like, a spoiled baby. I don't see anything that she could have, like, hurt herself on. It doesn't seem like her dew claw or anything gets tangled up in the bed. So, to me, it feels like it is something he did. Even if it's not a full-blown shock, he didn't get her with, like, a Dungeons & Dragons lightning bolt or anything like that. If it is a vibrate-only unit, I feel like he definitely did press the vibrate in that instance there. I see nothing else that would cause that yelp here from everything that we can clearly see. And if that is the case, and that, to me, that's what it seems like the case is, that's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a, like, correctional button on that device is so beyond fucked. There was no bad behavior or any kind of correction or punishment needed to be doled out there. All she did was move on the bed slightly, like slightly move off the bed. I think it's super fucked up.
So, how did all the Hasan people react to this? Well, after denying the whole thing happened in the first place, the talking point changed to, who cares if Hasan abused his dog when there's a genocide happening on the other side of the planet? The people posting about the clip, I can excuse genocide, but I draw the line at animal cruelty. You can excuse genocide? This is really what it feels like. Cheerleaders for the genocide pearl clutching. I'm seeing lib influencers post about this while they've been staying quiet the last few years about what's actually going on. It's crazy. But that was just the tip of the iceberg, because the Hasan people were pretty upset about Charlie just not taking Hasan's obvious lies for the truth. Pretty disappointing video from Charlie. Really felt like someone with no understanding of Hasan or the situation giving baseless accusations. Disappointing is an understatement. Bro just single-handedly ensured this will go on for days, if not weeks longer, and all the normies will be saying Hasan abuses Kaya as well. The problem with taking a middle-of-the-road, sorta neutral take when something is just wrong is that it will embolden all the people lying into thinking they're not crazy. They honestly believe that Hasan has any need to use a shock collar on Kaya, when we for years have seen her grow up and learn to follow commands with no big red button or remote in sight. Well, obviously it wasn't in sight, it was in the corner off camera. We saw him reach for it. Being a Hassan Abi listener / watcher is just a constant exercise in getting disappointed in the other commentary creators' lack of integrity. Mentions this, but not the serial harassment podcast? Come on now. I was expecting him to give a normal, level-headed overview of the situation, and he just reiterated the Zitter post accusations. Actually, never thought I'd unsub from Charlie, but rip bozo, see ya never. And he's like, I can't think of any reason why he would yell at her for that. Oh, okay, you can't think of anything, so your perfect analysis has led us to him abusing his dog without looking at the totality of the situation or listening to anyone besides the super sleuths? Who the fuck are these unimaginative assholes you think are credible? It's probably the most bad faith take I've ever seen from him. He also just never brings up past clips where Hassan literally says he wouldn't use shock collars. Now he's just participating in goalpost moving. I'm assuming he's just never going to retract this no matter what Hassan does because he'll just move the goalpost again. As he demonstrated in this video where he's just spreading straight up lies, he's a coward who can't form his own opinion and just goes with whatever he perceives as a popular opinion, even if he's clearly wrong. So if something like this is AstroTurf to hell, then he'll go with that. Keep in mind, a bunch of non-Hassan fans online are also saying he clearly didn't shock his dog. This is just shameless drama farming where he's actively defaming one of his peers. The high brightness image used in this video makes it seem Hassan taped the collar is manufactured. I did the same thing on my own, and this is the result. By the way, this looks exactly the same as what we've seen from other people. I don't know where this guy was going. I can't believe how much of the internet is just going along with Ethan Klein's fucking delusions. I thought we all agreed he's a weird loser who is wrong about everything and is always making baseless accusations, especially against Hasan. Asmongold would then react to Charlie's video, pointing out how Hasan was using the same deflections as always.
And the clip instantly started going viral, and he kind of downplayed it and shrugged it off as like, oh, a bunch of bad actors attacking me for some fucking phony baloney, barnacles here, you know, unbelievable.
He does that with everything. I mean, to be fair, like that he usually dismisses every time that if there are people mad at him, it's because of Israel. If there's other people mad at him, it might also be because of destiny. But it's never because of him. And then also, like, here's another really good example is that, like, whenever Hasan says that the people that were unhappy about this are being led by a far right, it's being led by Israel trying to make him look bad. I think that really damages his credibility because there's going to be a lot of like normal people that are not totally consumed by like this type of thinking that will hear that and they're going to be like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? This is Israel. What do you mean Israel? Like, what are you talking about? What does Israel have to do with this at all? And so, like, what credibility? Well, like, there's always new people that are going to discover your channel and find out what's going on. And, you know, like, and there's also a lot of people that don't really know about him. And this is, like, one of the first times they're really seeing him. And so whenever you're making up bullshit like that and saying things that are just, in my opinion, very much just misrepresentations, I think that people, like a lot of average rational people see that and they're like, oh, that's weird. Like, what, like this seems weird. And whenever I think that a person sees that you're lying, they're going to assume that other things that you're doing are also lies.
Well, the very next day, on October 9th, and the disgraced Idubbbz would do his dumb as rock's wife's bidding and rush to Hasan's defense, claiming that people are only pretending to care about a clear case of animal abuse.
Good job. Yeah, and she did that on a small dog's bed too. No. I'm teasing. Basically, this is a stream in defense of Hasan. Yeah, a bunch of freaks. Like, this is for anyone who's been following Hasan over the past, couple of years. We know that dude has a lot of sick haters. And they do not care about animal welfare in the slightest. They've said as much, some of them. Collargate has been fascinating to watch. It's been so fucking, I don't know. Yeah, fascinating is a word you could use. It's been so annoying. I fucking hate it. Oh, man. A bunch of people pretending to fucking care about the dog color shit when, I mean, it's like XQC out of all the people. He's like trying to zoom in and circle shit in Microsoft Paint and saying that it's just so stupid because it's entertainment for all of them. That's all it is. And a little catharsis, like, oh yeah, Hassan's finally getting his. Because they don't really care, like, what the controversy is. They just want him to fucking suffer in some kind of way. Why would he shock his dog in front of everyone? Yeah, Midnight Thunder Boy, I mean, that's one of the, like, Hassan is rightfully so, a careful content creator. Even the idea that he just casually have the fucking shot collar on his desk just to fucking casually hit it during stream when he's frustrated is fucking insane.
Idubbbz actually said that the fact Kaya is always in her corner is because she gets attention outside of Hassan's streams. And then actually had the gall to compare people going to work for 8 hours a day with a dog in their home to making the dog sit in the corner for 8 hours while you're in the same room. As well as the fact that him and Anisa are fighting about getting another dog.
I work from home and my dog literally just lays under my desk all day long because he gets plenty of exercise when I'm not working. The fact that Kaya stays in place just means she gets proper enrichment when she's not on stream. Well, yeah, like that's how it fucking goes. A lot of people who are critical of Kaya laying down for many hours at a time, like they absolutely aren't fucking running around with their dogs. Like having a dog and being able to give it a lot of enrichment is kind of a privilege. Like to have that much time allotted to where like you can do something every hour, every 2 hours a day to give your dog something. Like we have to come up with a lot of tricks. You know, you gotta mess with like Kongs and toys to like hopefully get them through like long stretches. Especially people go to work for fucking 8 hours a goddamn day and they leave their dogs at home. And that's what they do. And in some cases they come home and they don't even walk their dogs. So like I don't want to hear it. Like, it's fucking hard. It's really hard for everyone to make it happen. And yeah, like, fucking Hassan definitely walks his dog or takes his dog to dog parks or whatever the fuck he's doing when she's not laying in the background. Also, it's a time thing. Like, it's a time and an energy thing. Like, I don't want to get another dog. Anisa and I have talked about getting another dog, and I keep saying, like, fuck no. I don't have the time for these guys. Like, it is such a, like, they could be getting so much more. We could be going on so many more adventures with them, but, you know, I'm committing to the Twitch grind. So, you know, I don't want to introduce another dog because you have to divide your fucking time. Like, it doesn't, like, you know, I do not agree with the idea that you can just get another dog to occupy and, like, to essentially give enrichment to your other dog. I think that it could be supplementary in some way, but just adding another dog to the pile doesn't improve your current dog's life.
Idubbbz would then start sweeping once again the moment somebody mentioned the collar was taped over, and then just out of nowhere mentioned people should quit the H3 show.
The new meta on Hasan is he removed the prongs on the electric collar and taped over them. Yeah, I did see that. Thank you, Novadine. And yes. The thing that's most wild to me through all of this is that Dan is somehow still producing. I mean, I would like to think at this point that the people on the show, particularly Dan, who's been around for a long time, that they've saved their money and they have a big pile of cash in the bank so they could, I don't know, reasonably just dip at any point in time and build something different with their lives. I don't know. Like, I know it's hard to find a job and you know, but fucking anything's got to be better than this shit. Like, I don't know. I think they're Stockholmed a bit. Do you see Charlie's video? So disappointing. Yeah, it's like, I would prefer, like, again, everyone can keep their mouth shut about Israel and Palestine. A lot of these commentary channels, they can do it for so long. Hey, you got to remember, if you can do that for so long, you can also not comment on this shit as well. You know, you can. It's fine. You know, you don't have a good take, you keep it to yourself. It's so, and this is what happens, right? When you're in a position like Hassan's in, and like many people find themselves in online, there is this point to which like the conspiracies don't stop and the accusations don't stop. So like someone said, like, just show the collar on stream. He showed the collar on stream, and then all of those same people were like, well, not all those same people, but a segment of those people were like, that's not good enough to show the collar on stream. Now you have to give us a fucking purchase receipt and show us like the exact fucking like time it was purchased and all this sort of shit. So it's like, what the fuck? No. Go away. Like, you know, it ends up being like, I'm now going to, now that I have you on the ropes, I'm going to continue to like pressure you to do all of these things that isn't even going to satisfy you. I just want to fucking, you know, mentally torture you.
We would then get to hear Idubbbz say the only thing that was confirmed was that Hasan owns a vibration collar.
No, it wasn't confirmed, Hill Kid. There's no... It was confirmed that it was a fucking vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar. Not even that he used it. That's just what the dog has.
Oh, and Idubbbz and Anisa weren't the only Hasan orbiters that rushed to Hasan's defense. Because up-and-coming streamer of the year 2 years in a row, Frogan, would also, of course, defend Hasan, saying that Hasan cleared his name.
And then Hasan got canceled. For what? Or for Kaya. That's a disaster. I've been seeing that shit all over my timeline. But he cleared his name.
You want me to go and put a certain collar on my body and be like, this is wrong. This is it. Is that what you want me to do?
Dude, the whole shock collar thing was crazy. He literally debunked it. He showed the fucking collar on stream. Like, what more can be done?
Come October 10th, and Ethan Klein would do a stream that nobody would think is a good idea, but all of us can agree is very entertaining. Combining drinking for Oktoberfest with using the shock collar Hasan has been using on Kaya to keep her in her 2x1 Minecraft bed.
On top of getting drunk, we've also decided to combine responsible activities. I got the exact model that Hasan has allegedly been using on his dog, his sweet, innocent, beautiful Kaya.
I just saw it and I was like, oh God.
Okay. And we are going to go through this and prove to you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this is the one he's using. And further, I will be strapping this to my neck.
Oh, God.
And feeling what that poor dog went through.
Do it on your neck.
By the way, such a dystopian name, The Educator.
The Educator.
Come on, man.
It's really terrible.
What a euphemism. The electrocuting my beloved petter. Yeah. I heard in Germany and Austria, potentially, that it's actually even illegal to use these.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I wanted to get the vibrating collar as well as the electrocuting collar.
No. You should order the vibrating one today.
Sorry, Nate?
You should order it. The vibrating one today.
Actually, I could. I have time now.
Yeah.
But
you're fine.
I can tell you, though, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's using the shock collar. It's just what he's doing. There's no fucking question about it. Now, do you want to shock me, mommy? Mommy.
I say a shock. That's a good teaser. A shock, right?
Wait, so you are doing it?
I don't want to call 911 on you in a second.
Well, this is what Hasan did to his poor, lovely, fucking precious
What
dog
is insane
Maya.
and crazy? That thing is forbidden in Germany, by the way. Yeah, you cannot buy this in Germany.
It's illegal.
Except, again, you're in a nightclub. But then you cannot buy this for dogs. That's not okay.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely wrong.
All right, so I got to be actually careful because I've got a fucking neck stalker on.
Why don't you make Hila in charge of the controller?
I don't like this. You want to
how
do it
about
then?
somebody else.
All right, listen.
I didn't read the instructions.
It's literally at 1 out of 100.
Okay, the collar's probably not on. There's a whole prop here.
It's on. It is on, Dan.
The collar isn't on.
Collar itself. Chef, you want to do it?
Here.
Chef, you what?
Easy view from.
Let Chef Bernard take care of it. Yeah.
If this
Always
hurts,
a good
just
idea.
scream.
You're good.
I mean but it's blinking green, so it should be okay.
I think we're good to go. It's at a 1, bruh.
Okay.
Do we
So
need
let me
to
show you
read
guys.
instructions? I thought we were going to do it on Monday.
Yeah. So here, oh, there's no camera there.
No instructions.
So hold on. Let me come up to the.
You can do it in the Schnitzel camera.
I want to show it to the camera,
One
Dan.
size fits most. One dog fits.
Here's the remote.
100%
Okay.
satisfaction guarantee. Satisfaction.
Can they read
according
it?
To who?
Well, Ethan will confirm that.
So it's at 1. It goes all the way up to 100. But what's interesting,
Just make sure 1 is not the
it
strong.
has the regular button and the super shock button.
Right.
So again, I'm at 1. I'm at 1.
Okay.
We're gonna push the button. I don't feel it.
That's vibration.
No, I'm doing the shock now. Okay, I'm
The
going up to
dog
10.
hadn't his beer yet, huh?
I'm going up to 10. Oh! It's like pins and needles. It feels like you're being stabbed by a bobby pin.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. But it also feels kind of exciting. Ooh. Hello. All right, let's go up to 20.
Go to 20.
Yeah, let's just make sure you can sit down with increasing.
All right, here we go. 20. Oh! Yeah. 20 feels pretty. I still think that. Okay.
Just go to
I'm
100.
just pushing it for a second, dude. I couldn't hold it down. That'd be way too. Hey! I would
Hila
really
is
want
like
to go.
secretly back ordering this on Amazon for 3 times right now.
You want to try it? It doesn't really hurt that much at 20. I wouldn't really want to go over 20. All right, who wants to try?
I don't think.
Line up, guys.
I don't think anybody cares
You
to
look
try.
interested.
Hasan would actually find a way to give an even worse take than we've already seen, claiming that his haters are the reason he treats his dog the way he does. And because of them, now, all the training he's done will have been for nothing.
I know. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog when she's being spoiled, and then train her in the opposite direction, train her into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background. Okay? Which is bad. But what are you going to do? Fuck it. I'll just destroy all of the training that I've worked very, very hard on to reinforce now that, the entire internet thinks I'm fucking abusive unless I, let my dog do whatever she wants and then run the show like this.
I don't know how anyone can watch Hasan at this point. The man is an animal-abusing sicko, and all of Hasan's defenders, if you start to notice, are the people who have the same audience as him. This man is genuinely dead to rights, and I cannot fathom why somebody would keep watching him after this. That's how this video was supposed to end, but even with my best efforts to get it out as fast as possible, I couldn't keep up with how much happened immediately after. That's because by this point, Collargate was in full swing, and a brand new clip was discovered of Hasan clearly pressing a button because Kaya wasn't laying down in her bed the way he wanted her to. While she was sleeping, he woke her up because of that. He's sick.
A commemorative mug I got from England. Commemorative mug I got from England specifically for when I was there, when he was getting commemorated, when he was getting crowned as the king.
This clip would then be reacted to by Asmongold,
The implication is that Hasan looks over and he's looking off camera. He's like, what is this? He reaches over, relatively the same spot that he reached in before, and then something happens, something is pressed, and then the dog immediately responds, and then it repositions itself again.
Hutch would then make another statement about the situation. The fact that it's so comically obvious to anyone outside of Hasan's community that he is lying about the collar incident makes stuff like redirecting the accusations of dog abuse to his enemies come across as kind of psychotic. Standing creators is never a great idea because you'll find a way to avoid the only logical response. Understanding that nothing about the incident or his explanation makes even a tiny bit of sense. But to admit that would be to acknowledge that Hasan fucking sucks, lol. On his stream, Hutch would also go over a third video of Hasan, making the exact same motion and making shocking noises with his mouth.
Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this? Don't worry.
I mean that's 100% right. This one's kind of hard because it's like she's not in frame, you know? So maybe her being in frame is like a new thing. I just don't really... Oh, there you go. Now she's in frame. He adjusted his position to put her in frame. Now this is useful information.
Ethan Klein would then make sure to comment on this one too, this time on his Instagram. On a separate occasion, you can see Hasan reaching for the shock button because Kaya was sitting in an uncute way. She immediately responds as soon as he reaches over, exactly the same as the original clip. He loses his train of thought and has to restart a sentence. Ethan would also upload a clip showing it's the exact same motion multiple times. Hasan reaching for the controller and then Kaya reacting to it.
From Kaya, England. Please just fucking go. Just stop. Commemorative mug I got from England, specifically.
Around this time, another clip would also come out. This time, Hasan telling us how he likes to keep his dogs leashed to their bed for hours on end.
She has a leash on right now, on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Asmongold would then ask the question, how are the Hasan people seriously going to keep defending this when clip after clip keeps coming out of him doing the exact same thing?
I wonder how a lot of like these like weird orbiters that keep defending Hasan no matter what, I wonder how they're going to spend 3 clips that like, I mean, at this point there's 3 of them where the same thing happens. Like, is it just 3 big coincidences? Because the first time that it happened, I was like, oh, well, you know, who the fuck knows, right? It doesn't, like, what am I supposed to know? But man, 3 times downplaying would be a better choice than doubling down for him. I think that he's probably just gonna say that people are being obsessed. Like if I know Hasan, he's gonna say that people are just being obsessed and they won't let it go and they're being weirdos, and he's gonna play the whole thing off. That's what I think he's going to do. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I think is gonna happen.
Then we would get the first real instance of somebody publicly distancing themselves from Hasan. Or at least, that's what it looked like. Because there would be an update from Pokimane's podcast, SweetNSour, saying that the upcoming Hasan episode was going to be at the very least delayed. Hey taste buds, this is a tough one to write, but we want to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason why we do this to create a space that's comfy, as always, and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week. SweetNSour staff. Unfortunately, like I said, they never distanced themselves from Hasan whatsoever, because Pokimane would then, in her infinite wisdom, announce that this was not true, and she wanted the video out on time. The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it had caused drama, and also posted this statement without my approval. Sad face. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. Hasan would then come up with a new excuse. This time, he was hitting the dog gate button, not the button for Kaya's collar, even though he never showed it when he showed the vibration collar the other day on stream. Nor did he mention it at all in the slightest in this saga so far. Also remember, every time he hit it, Kaya went straight for her bed. Every single time. Not the gate supposedly unlocking.
Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. You know, it's just, they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness. And I think it's just, you know, it is what it is.
Fast forward to the next day on October 13th, and we would get a brand new piece of evidence that cannot be brushed off. While changing his camera, Hasan realized the shock collar was in frame and sneakily moved it out of the frame.
Yes, again.
Hi, Jack.
Where's the camera, huh?
No.
Think about going outside.
Asmongold would then react to this, showing that it matched the controller for the shock collar exactly.
Oh God. Oh my God. This is the one people thought it was. It's the gun for his vibrating Zen gate. That doesn't look like a gate remote. Holy shit, it keeps getting worse. And it's in the exact same spot that it always is in nose clips. Educator ET 3000 Mini. Oh man. Wow.
I'm gonna put the Y shot. Boom.
Man. So this is 100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet that this is what happened. Yeah.
Ethan Klein would then continue his Collargate coverage on the H3 podcast, showing off Hasan electrocuting his dog for not laying down in a cute way.
So Hasan is basically continuing to lie when at the point there's been so many analysis and showing the collar and all this. There's no doubt, right, that he's using a shock collar. Here's Hasan testing the shock collar to reposition Kaya. This one came out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. This one really kind of puts it in perspective. Because a lot of his fans were coping like, she's got to be well trained to stay in her place. She can't roam around. You got to be strict with your training to keep them, obedient. So if you'll notice, what is Kaya doing wrong here? And she's in her bed. She's in her place. She's minding her own business.
Yeah.
You know what she's doing is she's laying in an uncute way.
Not in the frame enough.
And so if you were just trying to keep them like in their place, would you shock your dog for just laying like this? That's fucking psychotic. Watch.
A commemorative mug I got from England. Commemorative mug.
Here he reaches in the same exact motion as the original one. At the top of his reaching motion, the dog is jolted into action and immediately repositions. Also, Hasan is clearly looking in the side monitor and is forced to restart his statement. He has to recollect his thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's no doubt, bro.
A commemorative mug I got from England.
Yeah.
Commemorative mug I got from England.
Why are you zapping your fucking dog because she's lying uncute? Like, that's psycho shit, bro. How can you deny it? It's literally exactly, You know, I saw a comparison of the two.
Why would he bother her? Like, she's just chilling.
Because he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
He needs her to be laying cute for his stream. Right? I saw a clip of this and the first one side by side, and you can see really it's the same exact body motion.
Yeah, right. I was actually shocked how much it was the same.
He's reaching in the same spot. He's looking at the side monitor.
Yeah.
The dog reacts immediately. Like, there's no fucking...
identical.
Guys, please, you gotta stop doubting this.
Commemorative mug I got from England specifically for...
I can't imagine, like, being that. Come on, dude.
It's
She's
so
in her
sad.
spot. Yeah, she's in her spot, bro.
We would then get a clip I could not believe. Hasan said that his dog is like a cow and she's not getting freed. What is wrong with him?
You usually let your dogs walk around, and they have a few spots that they can go
Well, it
to.
sounds like you're raising a bunch of cows.
Yeah.
What, are you out to pasture? You trying to graze? He needs
No,
such
but I
control over
assume
his
it's annoying.
dog.
I assume it's like he threw trash everywhere or something, because a lot of people are saying... Someone's been a bad girl in my absence,
not
by the
being a
way,
bad
and
girl.
you can tell because she's like literally fucking crying. She's not used to place because while I was gone, she got to free roam like a cow the entire day.
Probably because your mom feels bad because you're such a tyrant. Also, yeah, cow. Why you got to call her fat? Like, bro, she's thick. It's a thick coat. Okay.
While I was gone, she got to free roam like a cow the entire day. I don't know if she actually got a decent amount of workout this morning or not, but okay, she did go to the park apparently, and she's still being
What? She still wanted to get up?
a baby. It
How
seems.
dare
No,
she?
we're not freeing her. She needs to get used to it.
They're
she needs
telling
to get
him
used
to
the
free
structure that
her.
she had in her life once
Oh
again.
my God.
But it doesn't matter. Anything he does is just cute, and also he just loves
saying
his dog.
free Kaya. That's crazy.
This is the day before the big incident that blew this whole thing
Oh
up.
my God.
But he's saying, we will not free her. She must stay in place. Now, again, places, I understand it, is supposed to be like a place of safety and comfort
Yeah,
for the dog.
it's
Not
not like a
like a punishment.
punishment.
It should not be a punishment because then they won't want to go there.
No, we're not freeing her. She needs to get used to it.
Why?
She needs to get used to the structure
Why?
that she had in her life once again.
Why? Explain it. Why does she need to be
Okay.
confined to this one bed?
Ethan then showed us another new clip from Hasan. People are only accusing him of abusing Kaya because he's a Muslim.
He's willing to say anything, right? Hassan says people are coming after him because, well, let's watch.
Ruthless as far as like how they attack people, and it's not even like sincerely because they think that this is real animal abuse or anything like that. I think it's just more so because people, like a lot of people that are just like actively coming after me, or in the inception point came after because they were looking for anything that they could. It's been really funny seeing people. It's been really funny seeing some people be like, "Yeah, this is how Muslims are."
Dude, I've never.
Nobody's saying that.
Look, I'm not saying that he never got a comment like that from some random commenter or
Sure, a random comment somewhere. I don't know, but
I've been following this very closely. I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah,
At least like having a big tweet or
like big LSF post or something like that.
Twitter. Again, I don't spend a lot of time on
don't
Twitter,
know
so
on
I don't know
Twitter.
what's going on there.
I don't know what goes on Twitter, but it's
Yeah.
like, why are you even there?
But that's not. But and also like, that's not why people are criticizing him. Like this defense could be applicable to a lot of the stuff Hasan gets into, because there is a group of people that hate him and are constantly monitoring for any little thing that can blow up. This is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that tweet probably has like 50 million views now. And that's like #1 post on live stream fails of all time. It's not because you're a Muslim. And then the next day, by the way, he posted this. She has no idea she's been the most famous dog on the internet for the past 2 days because of a coordinated far-right pro-Israel slander campaign. It's like, bro,
Nuts.
come on.
Nuts.
Oh, boy.
Absolutely nuts.
Are we serious?
Coordinated slander campaign?
Are we being for real right now, bro? It's the pro-Israel lobby that force you to electrocute your dog.
We would then get to once again go through all the different excuses Hasan has given throughout the past week.
This is the never-ending cope of Hassan. Hassan says, now that Hassan has been backed into a corner, first he said that it was the dog clipped itself on the bed. That was obviously a lie. The next day he said, oh, it's a vibration collar. His fans not questioning, well, then why didn't you check on them immediately? And therefore, also, why did you lie about not knowing what it was? Because you pushed the button to do it. Right. Well, now.
But wait,
he
also said that he reached for his Zin when he had his
I'm
arm
sure.
out.
Yeah, it was the buttons in his Zin patch. Now he's come all the way around to shock collars. Not that bad.
Even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit. They think it's like dog abuse in general. That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Like shock collars are not like tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine.
Trainers, there's not hordes of trainers coming out and being like, Hassan is right, you're all wrong. No, literally none. I mean, we asked our trainer and they said like, I will never use the shock collar.
We're not debating like just shock collars in general. It's specifically how it's being used. Like she just moved from the bed. You're not like you're not like using it to save her from hitting a car, you know?
Right.
Like, she moved an inch and you used it.
Why would he make this argument even?
I don't know.
If he didn't shock the dog, he'd be like, and anyway, guys, even if I did shock the dog, it's not even that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is the mask slipping a little bit?
It's got me being like...
Well, because if we're starting from the assumption that it was a shock collar, then he clearly is comfortable with using it, even if he publicly is too ashamed.
I was not even angry at Kai. I was just fucking angry at the situation of my internet being cut out, and I just had a fucking shitty moment. It is what it is.
So wait, hold on.
Wait,
is he admitting he shocked the dog?
Go back.
Because he went. He defended shock collars for a minute.
Shitty moment.
He defended shock collars for a minute, and then goes, anyway, I was just angry because my stream was fucking up. It was just a bad moment. Listen.
Collar trained with like what you would call a shock collar. So even like the most maximalist position that people think happened is not even a remotely controversial incident. It's just like, I was not even angry at Kai. I was just fucking angry at the situation of my internet being cut out, and I just had a fucking shitty moment. It is what it is. You know,
bro, it's not okay. Listen, we all have shitty moments. It's not normal to take it out on your dog who's just sitting there. That's fucking called sickness, bro. That's called you need help. I think he's trying to tell us that he did electrocute her, and it's not that bad. And anyway, he was not angry at her, and she fell down the stairs. He didn't mean to push her. She fell down the stairs. Though, even if the worst of what people are saying is true, then I'm still innocent.
Yeah.
Why are you making that argument?
But it's just wrong. Like, that's just not true.
Well, of course it's not true.
Even if people do use shock collars for training, they do not use it how you use it. So you're still avoiding the main point.
Yes. Oh, he pushed the gate button. She was reacting to that. A new fucking excuse has hit the timeline, folks.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name coming in here saying you'll be there. I know.
What does it matter if they know her name? It doesn't matter at all.
It actually disproves that because he's calling them stalkers and pro-Israel attack.
Checkmate.
No,
that's just regular people that came across your clip and they don't like what they're seeing.
You're at the dog park and you're seeing somebody like hit their dog. And you're like, hey, cut that out. And it's like, oh yeah? What's this dog's name?
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't even know.
I don't know. Mind your own business. True, that is kind of exactly what he's doing.
Can we just move on, please? Because like,
yeah, I'm sure you would like that.
Forget about Epstein.
Yeah.
Guys, can we just move on?
Can we just stop talking about
Jeffrey
Epstein?
Epstein? Talking about this Jeffrey Epstein thing?
Bill Cosby in his trial, guys. He's making the move on. He's making the move on argument. It's the move on defense. So now he actually has another button on the desk.
Interesting.
I didn't mention it, guys. He actually has like a whole spread, like an evil villain layer of buttons. He lives in a button factory.
It's interesting that you open the gate, but you're looking at Kaya instead of at the gate.
You get pulled over. Can we please move on, officer? So this is all of his excuses so far in this order. First, he said the paw got stuck.
Yeah.
Then he said he was reaching for his Zins. Then he said she wasn't wearing a collar. Then he says it's a vibration collar. Then he made the argument that electric collars are actually okay, even if I was using one. Then he says the dog is spoiled. He said it's Israeli propaganda. And finally, where we're at now is that it's the gate. It was the gate. So we have explored a total of 8 possible excuses. We're looking for more. We're trying them out. We're seeing how they feel, how they fit. And we will see here.
Personally, I think he's just laying down the groundwork so he can finally say, yes, I shocked my dog to keep her in that corner. Ethan Klein would then cover the clip of Hasan that we saw earlier. The moment he noticed that the shock collar's controller was in frame, he sneakily moved it out of it. And it was exactly where we see him reaching every single time.
So I don't know why mine's yellow, but that's the same version.
Probably just different versions.
Yeah, I guess it's just a preference thing. So let's line it up and see if
right one. There it is.
So go back again.
Kaya, please just fucking
go. All right, so
there, yeah, go back more.
Let's get a close look.
The wide shot. Okay, I'm gonna turn this back.
Boom. Oh my god, that is it. That is exactly the shape. It's like a round remote.
Can I zoom more?
That is no gate remote, let me tell you.
All right, give me a second.
I can't do it on this.
Let me.
But the wire, transmitting wire, looks exactly.
It has the antenna.
It has exactly
the antenna
the same
is exactly
shape.
the same size.
And the way that he sneakily pushes it away from camera.
Boom.
Oh
Bro.
my god.
Boom.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're so embarrassing.
This is why you don't lie on the internet. They will find it.
Boom.
You will be caught.
You are so cooked, Hassan.
So that's it. It's circular. Here, let me pull this up.
It's got the long antenna.
You can switch between them.
There's that. Here. Let me try and
I've
put
got
them
it
side
open
by side.
so you can switch between us.
You got it open? There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
the
if
shape.
it's face down.
It's circular.
It's face down.
If it's face down, so the back.
blue.
So exactly.
Yeah.
That makes sense because there's a metal thing here,
Yeah.
right next to the transmitter.
Mm-hmm.
There's something written here in white. There's something written here. So it's face down like this. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
We have the back of the remote in chat.
So yeah, you can see here very clearly. This one right here is very damning.
That's identical.
I mean, it's the same shape. How many circular things? Come on, guys. What are we doing?
And I've seen gate remotes. They do not look like that.
No, sir, they do not. They don't have. They're cute little things.
They're rectangular. They kind of look.
They don't have big transmuting
antennas. They kind of look lame.
Exactly, lame, dumb.
Yeah.
We found 17 different instances of him disciplining Kaya with what appears to be a shock. What I'm showing you guys is basically the top 5.
At the same time as this was going on, The Fear in Podcast, a show I've never heard of in my life, by the way, would release an episode featuring the dog electrocutor himself, Hassan Piker, where he would lie about what's going on, of course, using the excuse that he's had bad internet. Let's get some highlights in, shall we?
Yet another instance of Hasan gets canceled by everybody on the internet.
About damn time. That's what I've been saying.
About damn time. And this time it's for, I've been getting canceled for abusing my dog, Kaya.
Yeah.
A clip went around very quickly, and to be fair,
it's a very convincing clip.
Yeah. It's not
like
good.
an insanely
it's not good.
The timing is horrible in that clip.
It's awful timing. I'm reaching. I should stop reaching for zinc canisters in general. Now every time Kaya actually walks,
he was reaching.
Every time Kaya actually walks to her cot, I literally just put my hands up. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah,
Trigger.
She's obviously spot trained. It's called like. But people immediately were like, because the clip looks pretty fucking bad. I was like, I had just gotten back from France, super jet lagged, super pissed off because my internet shut down, stream effed. I just got back on stream. I'm like in panic mode. I'm trying to like fix everything, and I was rude as she yelped, and people were like, "Oh, he's like zapping her with an electronic collar and like shocking her. He's a dog abuser. And they've been saying that nonstop.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of funny memes.
The internet hates Hassan.
That's true.
But
That's true.
No
That
one
is
hates
true.
him more than his own friends. And if we all love animals, and if he was zapping the shit out of that dog, I would be zapping the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. I would beat your ass. I would kick you to the curb so fast.
Unfortunately,
And I'd light your house on fire.
Unfortunately, no amount of that is going to convince a lot of these people because they don't actually give a shit about.
Okay, that's fair.
They don't actually give a shit about my
And
dog.
I'm brainwashed.
There's like I've been getting like thousands of people who will be like, oh, your prop is there, and she's just like sleeping behind me, and then when she actually does walk away to go on a walk or whatever, they're like, where's your hostage? And it's like, what do you want me to do? She gets to roam around the fucking house whenever she wants to. God damn it. Just because you saw one fucking clip doesn't mean you know this experience. But that is how it is on the internet. It is what it is. It is, it's been interesting because she was already pretty famous.
Well, the girl on that podcast, QT Cinderella, went on a stream saying that it was a shock collar. But the electric prongs were removed, so it only vibrates now. If that was the case, why would Hasan not have mentioned it?
No, there's no shock. Like, the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Like, it's only a vibrate. Like, there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only since the prongs are in it only vibrates.
We would also get denims to pop up too, coming out of the woodwork to defend Hasan, criticizing another video for barely showing off the collar when it was done to mock how Hasan had tried to hide his collar the entire time.
I bought off Amazon today the exact same shock collar everyone says that Hasan shocked his dog with, bought. So let's see, I cut off the prongs that came with it with my Dremel, put electrical tape over it because it looks like he did electrical tape over it.
I like how it immediately doesn't look anything like it. Like it's all lumpy.
Hold it up. Trying to hold it.
I like how he keeps covering the middle part of it. Instead of holding it by, like the camera is clearly mounted, both his hands are free. Instead of holding it by the wristbands, he keeps holding it like this, or he's like, I don't know, kind of sus. Do you guys see that? That's kind of sus. Sorry, I don't realize I have a fucking watch right here.
And really, that's it. By this point, I think it's fair to say Hasan is abusing Kaya, forcing her to sit in that corner most of the day, not even being allowed to drink a sip of water, while he guzzles down Dr. Pepper all day. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I truly believe Hassan Piker is a bigger liar and gaslighter than Pirate Software could ever dream of.
Joe Exotic for the people of America. I am never going to financially recover from